Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Rudy with Alpha Investments. Today we're going to talk about my 250 booster box opening of the Conspiracy to Take the Crown set. I guess I'll get right into it. We'll go ahead and talk about this. First, I'm just going to go over my foil cards, and I'm going to go into the regular set after this. Obviously, this set's been kind of a ball-busting, just rough set for me, so... First, I'm going to start off with the foil mythics, 250 booster boxes. Again, I got real lucky on the foil mythics and the foils in general. I did very well on the foils. I'm very happy with the results. I'm not going to lie. Lady Luck was definitely on my side. I mean, the weaker foil mythics, I only had two. Some of the emissaries, I did 3, 4. Again, some of the weak ones, only 2. 3 of the Ghost, 4 of the Show and Tell, which I'm really happy about. That's probably my favorite part of the entire foil. I really wanted a playset of Show and Tell foils. They were super expensive, and again, because of the nature of this very bizarre set, I really don't feel like these foil prices are going to go down much at all. And once they level long term, these foil prices I think will retain and slowly creep up. Personal opinion. Only 2 Berserk foils out of 250 booster boxes. Yikes, I know, right? Only 2? At first, I was kind of upset about I was upset about getting 4 of these Heart of the Wild cards. But then the more I read it and I was kind of looking into it, when these were regular selling only, I think, like $1.99, and the foil mythics were like $5. Obviously, I don't even think I sold any of my regular ones because I thought it was just stupidly underpriced. I think by the filming of this video, I actually think the price of the regulars of those actually came up quite a bit. Look at this. Only 1 foil mythic. Can you believe that? Only 1 out of 250 box openings. Wow. Thank God that wasn't like my Show and Tell or something. So, again, I got really, really lucky on the foil results on this run. You're going to hear me emphasize that over and over. I really like this card. Hands down, Sanctum, huge fan of this. I don't know if y'all can see the foiling process really well in these cards. I really like this card. If you haven't noticed, by the way, too, a lot of the mythic prices have flatlined and actually been creeping back up. Not talking about foil, just in general. The Queen Marchesa, I still think it's a weak card. I don't think it'll ever go anywhere. Again, crappy. Of course, I get 5 of them. Just the way life works every time. And, of course, the worst foil mythics you can possibly get. Well, I just lost one. Don't even care. The artwork is probably the best part about these cards. Besides that, they literally, in my opinion, are useless with no value. So we're going to jump over to the foil rares real quick. The problem with this set is there's so many rares that have 0 market demand. I don't mean weak market demand. I'm talking 0 market demand. You'll see that when I get to my regular rares up here. I'm actually going to do that in this video. Usually I don't show the regular, just the foil, but this set was such a unique, ridiculous set. I really want to go into more detail compared to my other result videos on box openings. This one deserves a lot of extra attention. So this is going to be a longer result video. So, starting off, black rares. As you can see, foil rares, quite a bit of these things. You can see it, but Inquisition, the old Kozilek, whatever. I got 5. I guess that's great. The Arena, I love the Arena. Another one of my rares that I'm literally almost not even selling because the price hit almost 99 cents. And I was so angry about it. I said, F it. If I'm not selling non-foil regular Arenas for 99 cents, I'd rather keep my 150 stack of Arenas than get 99 cents a piece for them. Same thing with Inquisition. This card, I think 2 weeks ago, hit a low on eBay for around $3. I was like, are you kidding me? I refused to sell that. I think I sold 1 before I pulled the listing. And then I think now, by the filming of this, I believe I put it back on eBay, and I'm selling about 4 to 10 a day. And the regular versions are selling, I think they're $8 to $9 a card. So a lot of recovery in this set. Hands down, the biggest boom, bust, and backup and leveling I've ever seen in a Magic set. Biggest swings I've ever seen. And again, whenever there's volatility, somebody made money. So those are the blacks. Again, besides the Arena and Inquisition, there's no value in the blacks. I'm literally selling none of them. People don't want them. There's 0 demand. All right, whatever. Gold rares, again, old Mythic, the old Seer. I think it was Gatecrash, Return to Rav, Dragon's Maze. One of that block. This was a Mythic, and now it's a regular rare. I mean, nobody wants it. Not bad, but no value. Cool, but again, no demand. I mean, Horn of Greed. I saw a couple Magic dealers, one of the biggest on eBay, selling this for 99 cents for Horns of Greed. I'm sorry. That is absurd. Again, I pulled my listing. I waited an entire week. Here's the foil ones. I like the foil ones. I think they're pretty sweet. But as far as the other, I mean, again, zero value. Zero value. No market demand. Very sad, disappointing, I guess you could say. Just very, what a letdown. I don't know. I don't really have any words for it. Again, gorgeous artwork. Oh my goodness, people. Can y'all see the foiling on that? Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. No demand, no value. No value, very little demand. This is a rare I thought was actually going to have a lot bigger, the old Stampede. I really thought this was going to climb in value and have some people that were interested in really acquiring a good amount of these. Even speculators. I had one or two speculators buy a good amount from me, but overall, again, not really much strength point. The market's very weak. Same thing with this, the slime. Nobody wants the damn slime. Ancient, it's ancient. Nobody wants it. Wild Pair, very little market demand. And again, the two I saved for the last, obviously. Foil Birds, Money in the Bank. And of course, the old Burgonin, I like to call it, but whatever. Anyways, I love making fun of names. So between these two, I mean, here's where all the value is in the set as far as green rares go. All the value, you know. And I think Wizards intentionally, you'll notice. Just like, I mean, look at that. Look at the black rares. Look at this. Exactly two that they knew were going to retain value. The rest, nothing. Go over to the green rares. Look at this. Look at this. Exactly two they knew were going to retain value. Nothing else. Come on. You people cannot tell me that's not coincidental. Let's go to the reds. I mean, check this out. Look at the reds. Look at the red rares in the set. No demand. No demand. No value. No value. Reprint from, I think, M13. I actually like the card. Love the artwork. I don't know why. Something about that card always did it for me. I'm a weird dude. Again, Burning Wish, Grenzo. In my opinion, again, two, no demand. Grenzo was on eBay and TCG for below $1 at release. And, I mean, a couple of the Magic deals, I saw somebody like 80 of them for sale at 99 cents on eBay. One person bought 50 and somebody else bought 30. I refuse to sell at 99 cents. I think on eBay I have mine around $2.50 now. Because I'm sorry, it's worth more than a 99-cent card. And I do feel like, and I would think I was right, because they are selling now for $2.50. Again, the prices just had such a hard panic tank. I mean, just a full collapse. And now a lot of them have come back. They've leveled out. So I am a lot happier with some of the prices now, but what a ride. I mean, it's unreal. Burning Wish, I got to make a comment on this card, particularly for the rares. I mean, I don't know what the deal is, but there's zero demand. These are on eBay for right now for probably like $125. I think there's even a seller for 99 cents. I left mine at $2, $3, and I'm probably going to put it at 4 or 5, and I'd rather sit on all my regular ones. Again, all these prices I'm talking about are just non-foil. I just want to go over this. I just can't believe. The problem was this was a perfect example of a card that didn't have a lot of demand, but there was just no supply, which was skewing the market. And I don't know what's going to happen long term, but I'm not going to sell mine for 99 cents. I'm sorry, that's stupid. Again, nothing. No, who the hell cares? Again, you go to blues. Come on, people. Same stupid thing. You pretty much had what I would call two, and then maybe like a medium week. Again, nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. There's nothing. I mean, you got a couple. Stunt Double, I think, is pretty sweet. Bunch of foil rares of those bad boys. I think it's pretty good. Again, they're not selling worth a shit. There's no value. Nothing retained that is holding any good market value. I mean, I cannot believe this is selling for 99 cents regular, and I've seen foils for $2 or $3. There's no way I would ever consider selling my foils. Even in 3-4 years from now, when I actually sell some foils, there is no way I would sell foil Crescent Moons for $2. There is no flipping way. I would rather keep the cards and hand it down to the next generation of Crazy Rudies. There's no way. And even Desertion. I mean, look, I personally do not think this is a 99-cent card, but again, I haven't played Magic in years. I don't have time for it. I really miss it. And when I did play Magic, you know, I was kind of old school, all artifact deck, workshop decks. You know, I'm old school. But again, just personal opinion on this stuff and what I've seen from market trends. I'm going to comment a little bit more about the cards in a second when I get to the non-foils. I'm going to go over to the whites, last but not least. Yeah, I know, everyone's just staring at the recruiters. Same flippin' thing I was just saying about all the other colors. Look, nothing, no value, nobody cares. Really, there's no reward for faith. Polino, nobody cares, nobody cares. Yeah, you're screaming for a reason. Recruiter, that's it. It's like they knew they had to put in one card of value or demand or something because, I mean, come on. You can't tell me Wizards didn't know that this was going to happen with value, expected value, and overall the movement. You can't tell me they didn't know. I don't buy it. Wizards is too damn smart, have enough smart people working for them that we're going to discuss and explain the value on box opening, expected value. They knew it. I'm telling you. It's too much a coincidence that every color has exactly one or two. And, you know, I know they do that with a lot of sets, but in this set, it just seems really extreme and really obvious. So, without further ado, again, 6 foil recruiters. I'm going to say it again. These foil cards are not going to tank in value. I will stand by that for years, just like the original Conspiracy set. You guys thought original Conspiracy with foil deck fade-ins were overpriced? You ain't seen nothing with this set. The first Conspiracy set, everyone says, Rudy, why did you open so many boxes if you knew the risk was high? Because the first Conspiracy set I did, I opened 150 boxes, and I made about 2,000 to 3,000, and I kept the foils. It was an extremely good cash flow. It was extremely good positive profit, plus good long-term investment for the foils. All 3 categories were satisfied, therefore I made the judgment call to do Conspiracies 2 at 250 boxes versus 150. So I hope that gives a little bit more insight to why I decided to do this when everybody's like, oh my god, you guys see what Rudy did? He opened those boxes and he's going to Pound Town. Yeah, I've been in Pound Town for a few weeks. I think everybody knows that by now. But at the end of the day, I really want to emphasize these foil prices, they're going to dip, they're going to level out, blah, blah, blah. They may dip and drift lower, but unlike a standard set, remember, this isn't really a set affected majorly by rotation. This is a non-redeemable online set. People, as the next 6 to 12 months goes by, a ton of sealed Wizards foil sets of Conspiracy are not going to be getting shipped out. Remember that. That is huge. 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 Okay. So, I don't know what these are selling for now, 40, 50 bucks a piece maybe. I don't think they're going to go below 30, 40. They may bottom out, but I'm telling you long term, especially the mythics I showed you all at the beginning. Foil Berserks, foil Show and Tells, foil Ghost Assassins. I can't remember the other one. Savalas, the white one. You know, I'm telling you, that's going to hold and retain a good amount of value long term. Last but not least, I want to comment over here on the foil lands. Exotic Orchards, cool card. Not as good as the Forbidden, but not bad. Not bad. Again, nothing amazing. And we have foil rare that are just, well, Conspiracy cards. I mean, they're cool and all, but you're not looking at any actual growth or investment potential on these type of cards. Unfortunately, it's too much of a niche market. Besides playing a Conspiracy or draft or kind of a homemade draft and repacking Conspiracy, cards like these aren't going to retain or grow in value. There's not going to be any actual growth long term. But I love the cards. They're pretty. One other thing I got to comment on is we got to comment on this. The Prison and the Visions. We got to comment on the two. We got to comment on it. First of all, I know, right? Really weird. Look at this. 6 Ghostlies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Visions. Holy crap. You would think they'd be almost neck and neck for uncommons. So for everybody's curious on uncommons, 250 booster boxes. 250 booster boxes times 36 packs per box. I get 6 of these and 11. Only 6 Ghostly Prisons out of 250 boxes times 36 packs a box. Somebody give me the number on that. It's ridiculous. I thought I would have at least 15 or 20. The Visions, I'm happy with 11. That's cool, but wow, what a number I didn't expect. I thought there'd be way more for uncommons. So, recap on all the foils on here. I really want to comment. Again, especially the foil mythics, especially even uncommon foils like this. Do not underestimate the value that foil uncommons will retain. In the Conspiracy 1 set, the hot foil was not really anything uncommon. It was more so foil brainstorms, the commons. And in Conspiracy 1, foil brainstorms were common, and they still maintain, to this day, $50 a pop. So don't underestimate that. So, I got to do this. Usually I don't, but I want to comment on this. Ladies, gentlemen, and crazy people, this is what it looks like if you have about 100 to 200 of every single rare in a set and it doesn't really sell. This is what it looks like when you have that many of every single rare in the set and it does nothing for you. You can see a few, look at the stack, look at the height difference. You can see a few that actually do sell. And I want to kind of comment on it. Usually I don't comment on things like this, but this is something I really want to comment on. And after I get this video done, yes, I got to pack it all up, send it back to this, bring it back to the office and everything so I can go back to shipping orders. But I wanted to lay all this out to really show everybody for this video before I got everything shipped back. So anyways, I really wanted to point a few things out. In the crash, the birds were selling for $1.99 a pop. I held off, and as you can see in my stack, I've sold about half of them so far. You can see the height difference. See that? So I held off, and now I'm selling for about $4 to $4.50 a piece. And the market stabilized. I'm selling a good 2, 4, 6 a day. The cash flow is still moving in. Same thing with this one. You can see them neck and neck. These hit a low about 2, 250 with a couple people blowing them out a few weeks ago. Now they're back up to about 4, 450 range. I think even almost 5. And I'm selling them. They've stabilized. The values increased back up. And the market hit a lot better equilibrium. And again, the biggest problem with this set, all these rares, there is zero market demand. I don't think I've sold one of some of these. I mean, you're talking massive, absolutely massive. The only thing worse than this would be that guy right there. You guys know what that is? Exactly. So, you know, like I was telling you, the Burning Wish. And if you look at these, you can see I've sold some of these Exertions and different things. And like the Comedy, I told you guys, the Crescent Moon, I refuse to unload these for 99 cents a piece. Absolutely. I will sit on it. I don't even care. I will sit on almost 200 of each rare if I have to. I am not willing to dump some of these cards at the price I just don't agree with. As you can see, obviously, look at the Recruiter. You know, is a massive, you can see the height difference. I have sold massive amounts. If you're curious, go on eBay. You can just type in Recruiter the Guard, hit sort by cheapest. You can find me on eBay. It's not very hard. There's over 100 sold at that price. And they sell all day long for 15 a piece. Sometimes they fluctuate to 14, sometimes they go to 16. And of course, conspiracy rare cards. I mean, good Lord. Really? Look at that. Nobody. I don't think I've sold a single one. I think this is like 300 or 400 of each one of those rares. It is mind-blowing. Again, back to the blacks real quick. Inquisition in the arena. Now that Inquisition is actually stabilized from that ridiculous crash to like $3 a card, and now that it's back to 8 to 9, I've resumed selling them. I've sold about half of my pile. I sold most of them around 6 to 7. Now they're selling for about 9. So very happy with that. This is definitely a set that I feel is going to take a lot of time to recoup capital just to break even. I don't think I'm ever really going to turn a profit on this set, especially because I keep all the foils, and the teeter-totter skewed very heavily where, you know, a lot of the value is in foils in this set. So I want to give everyone a good mindset of how, if you're opening this trying to sell singles, what it takes and what the mindset is of how I look at this to try to recoup the most amount of money over the time frame without losing and without panicking and without worrying about the price erosion and trying to figure it out. Horn of Greed's another example before I wrap this up. I sold some at around $2.50. Price tanked to 99 cents, then $1.50. I've got a few listed at like $1.75 on eBay, but overall, I'm not really concerned about it. I'm going to sit on some of these because out of all the stores I've looked at and talked to, overall, people do not. The consensus is no other stores are opening this set, period, anymore, because of the fact it's pretty much known as a non-cash cow. It's considered a losing set by everybody at the wholesale, distributor, and store level. Personally, I don't think that's a good term to label this set as, but because of the nature of it, it's a very volatile, high-risk Magic set. Hands down. Everybody I know, every store, and I talked to, I think, 6 stores, 5 plus 1, and all 6 stores told me we will not open or sell any singles for Conspiracy. We're not going to go after the foils. That's where all the money is. And we're hands down waiting for Kaladesh and all the new sets. And that's all we're going to do. And when those sets come out, we're going to pump the living shit out of those sets. When the new block comes out, everyone's just going balls deep, hardcore. They're going to just hardcore open up tons of the new block. And to me, I may actually be cutting it back on the opening and focusing more on some different things because the fact everybody's doing that is scaring the bejesus out of me. And the fact that nobody's touching this is why exactly. The fact that none of the stores are opening additional product because how bad all the rares are, because none of them are selling, is exactly why I've been very cautious and very slow at selling mine, unlike before where I'd blast it out the door. So I hope this gives a good opinion on everyone. This is the longest kind of set review results video I've done on different sets, but this is a very unique set. I don't think you guys are going to see any other weird sets where none of the rares are worth anything. The foils are worth a lot. There's a few expensive reprints. You know, I don't think this kind of set's going to come along again for quite a while. I know the new hype is Modern Master 2017. After, March of next year, that's supposed to be a big deal. Yeah, that'll be exciting. I'm really curious. I can't wait to see Liliana and some other reprints that we all know are going to be there. Now, I don't know if they're going to reprint Tarmogoyf a third time. I don't think they should. They need to let that one go. I don't think they will, personally. But moving on, this is what I think of the conspiracy. I wanted to really show you guys this, especially, I thought a lot of people would be really wowed by this is what it looks like to have 150 to 200 of every single rare card that nobody wants. So, Rudy with Alpha Investments, thanks for sitting through this long review video, and this is part of the risk. This is, you open a lot, you spend 20 grand on Magic, on conspiracy booster boxes. As of the filming of this video, it's been about 2 to 3 weeks, I think, and I am at negative $10,585.27. This is Rudy with Alpha Investments. You guys have a great day.